Welcome to the Nostalgic Multiverse.
Hello everybody, Nostalgic here, and today we're doing a different type of video. We are going to be doing a reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to the final episode of Stories of Sodor Season 5. Now, throughout this season, we've seen multiple crashes and multiple deaths of many characters, such as Jeffrey, Peter, and Mr. Zorro. This is the final episode, which supposedly takes place after what happened in episode 9, which was evidently Thomas's death, or so it seems. We're going to find out because the title says Fallout, and from what I saw in the thumbnail, Thomas could be alive, but we don't know. We really don't know. So, with that, let's begin.
The train, for its type, is the most powerful vehicle on land. And the engines of Sodor are the power behind the docks, industries and branch lines that make up the world-renowned Northwestern Railway.
I've always liked this intro because it reminds me of Tugs, and even more so, it incorporates a lot of railway series, CGI series, TV series, and even fan-made characters into the mix. This is what I like about Stories of Sodor. It's a mixture of almost everything Thomas. And Tugs.
These are the stories of Sodor.
And this is what I mean, because they include characters from Magic Railroad like Diesel 10 and Blade, but give them different names, such as Joshua and Blade. But if it's one thing I would have recommended, Victor, it's the fact that you should have used the intro that you used for Revenge, not this one. We are coming back from what is supposedly Thomas's death. So, it would have been much better to, have the intro you had for Revenge.
This is absurd. Why do I keep breaking down, Robert? It looks like there's a defect in the manifold of your cooling system. How we missed it the last time, I don't know. But I promise we'll... Excuse me, Mr. Hall. There's a telephone call for you. Take a message. I'm busy. The caller said it was urgent. They're from Wellsworth Realty.
In all honesty, I've seen a bunch of theories about Mr. Hall. And I know that he is behind all this. Because there is absolutely no way in hell this man is innocent. Alright? He's behind all this. Okay? There is no way that Jeffrey's accident was not caused by this man. It was even teased at the end of the first episode. And many other episodes for that matter.
Ugh, there goes the integrity of the modern workforce.
Yeah, and he was also behind the death of Mr. Zorro. Forgot about that.
So you got it? Well done, Rob. How do you feel? Oddly serene. What do you mean by that? I used to live in that house when I was a boy. My mother died there. When I heard it was up for sale, I decided to visit out of morbid curiosity. I didn't know what to expect, but I was stunned that I felt happy. All of my best memories come from that place, so I decided to put in an offer. Now it's mine. Well, What was that? I don't know. It sounds like it came from Brendan. Perhaps someone's having a dockside celebration. No, if there was a party, I would have heard about it. Has the day finally come where something slipped by you, Terence? bite your tongue. I must say it's a beautiful sunset, except the sun went down ages ago. And that's south, not west. Fire! Come on, chaps, we better head down. They might need all hands.
Okay, so with this in mind, this is like munitions, but oddly enough, some events take place during the episode of munitions within this episode, of which we know now is Fallout. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is giving me chills. Yay! Thomas! What? Is he okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Holy.
How is he, sir? Not good, but Mr. Hall and his men are doing their best to save him. Then we have nothing to worry about. After what they did for Barry, Barry didn't have a petrol tanker blow up in his face. Ugh, bloody Benson. If he wasn't already dead, I'd kill him. You'd have to get behind me first. All right, engines, settle down. I understand your feelings, but we need to focus. We have a lot of work to do to repair the damage done here. On that note, take extra care when hauling away any scrap. Not just run exploded ordnance, but body parts. Body parts? Yes, Benson wasn't the only one who died. A number of dock workers and naval personnel were caught in the blast.
I'm actually glad that this didn't happen in the actual Thomas and Friends series, because this would be a lot for kids to take in. Their favorite engine, first of all, blown up, almost about to die. And second of all, the fact that they would have to deal with the concept of death. I mean, it was introduced with the scrapyards, okay? It was introduced with the scrapyards. But for heaven's sake, why did... Oh, man. This is a lot to take in. This is a real lot to take in.
How many? Last I heard, 23. Jesus Christ, I'm almost afraid to ask what next. Here's an idea. Don't.
This just goes to show how serious this season is this time. Not that many quips, a lot of aerial shots, a lot of surrounding shots. This feels like Thomas and Friends Season 5 all over again, but more serious and more dark. See, they're using this type of shooting position again from Revenge, and it feels so surreal to just see this. It really is a lot of this episode. It really is. Oh boy. Okay.
Well, he's still touch and go. How's the investigation coming? Slowly. We're having a lot of difficulty trying to figure out how all this started. No offense, Derek, but there isn't much mystery. Benson banged those trucks, blowing half the docks to hell and killing 35 men. 35? That's where it's up to.
In all honesty, I'm not surprised that this would be Benson's fault, because he did cause the accident in the last episode, and evidently he is like Blue Nose. He's just a stuck-up naval twit who just does not know how to get his nose out from where it doesn't belong.
Fizzling fireboxes. Rest in pieces, Benson, you miserable bastard. Percy! No, Toby. I don't care if it's in poor taste to badmouth the dead. That khaki cad caused all this and put my best friend in the works. And the worst part is, he won't pay for it. He got off easy.
Oh my.
Benson, stay back. That train is unsafe. Do not give me orders. If I want to move, I'll... What? How'd that happen? Aye, how did it? What was that, Toby? I don't think Benson was responsible. How can you say that? You saw him bump that train. A train that was on track 1, but it was the vans on track 2 that started burning. Oh my God, you're right. They were directly in front of you and me, Bruce. You had to have seen it. Yeah, I did. But why did they only start burning after Benson bumped that train?
Okay,
it could have been a
so
coincidence.
Benson didn't
Regardless,
start it.
we should report this to
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is going to lead to the Mr. Hall revelation. I should have known. I should have known that it would lead to the Robert Hall revelation. It makes so much sense. He said that the track Benson was on was track 1. Track 2 was where the fire started. So, evidently, it wasn't even Benson's fault. It was all Mr. Hall.
He's at the scrapyard processing the wreckage. I see. That would square with our findings. The blast did seem to emanate from a point more towards the center of the pier, but I doubt we'll ever be able to determine how it started. Why not? If there was any evidence, it would have been destroyed. Well, at the risk of pointing fingers, the factory at Krusty Kern does have a history of mishandling munitions. Perhaps we should send some people up
because
to...
of the...
What's that? Lie round! Clear out! Move back, lads!
What?
Damn it, my valve gear is jammed. I'll get him. Stay put, Toby. I've got this. Mickey, what are you doing? Move! No.
Oh, no. You are joking. You are joking with me right now. No. No. Holy crap. Holy crap. I can't believe this. So, this fire and rescue engine, who has been at the forefront of the series since season 1, has decided to bite the bullet. He was my favorite. For God's sake. What the hell, Tanzig? What the hell, Victor? Jesus. Oh dear. Donald was caught in the crosshairs of the blast. Even Thomas might be going out of commission. Dear, in the air.
Please tell me he's going to be all right, sir. He will be, Henry. Donald suffered only minor damage. He'll be out of the works in a few days. We have Mickey to thank for that. It took real bravery to make such a sacrifice. Indeed, we lost a true legend today. What about Thomas, sir? How's he doing? I spoke to Mr. Hall while I was at the works. He told me that Thomas did not survive his injuries. What?
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Whatever. Let's finish this episode. I really cannot believe this. No. 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 You cannot. What? This is a fan-made Thomas the Tank Engine series. Anyone can do whatever they want with the characters. But why did they have to kill the one that is iconic? Okay, Edward, Henry, and Gordon are iconic, yes. But Thomas is the one who brought in all the fame for the Railway series and even more so his TV series. Even if it's still going as a very bad reboot, you have to realize that Thomas is the forefront of the series. Killing him would be damning. And the fact that he didn't survive? I'm pissed. I'm actually pissed off right now.
I'm sorry, Percy, but our number one is gone. What's going to happen to his remains, sir? The scrapyard at Kildane is closed until further notice, and the one at Barrow is still overloaded. Therefore, his body will be transported to Barry Island in Wales. Francis will be taking him there tomorrow as part of a long-distance goods train to Cardiff. I'd like to be there, sir, to say goodbye. Of course. Anyone else who wants to pay their respects may do so as well. Don't worry about any scheduling conflicts. I'll deal with that.
I hope that someday I upgrade to YouTube Premium. And yeah, seeing this shot after the first, not the first episode, but the epilogue to it, it's way too damning. See this, of all things. I honestly predicted Thomas was gonna die in this series. I never thought it would be true. But now that it is, I'm heartbroken, man. I'm heartbroken.
Did he suffer? No, he was unconscious most of the time. We also made sure he was filled to the brim with green water. That's good. You know, the first time I met Thomas, I asked him to help bank me up Gordon's Hill. He was a real cheeky blighter back then and said, "All right, but I don't accept Hargus's payment." He was taking the piss, of course, and helped me out even though I was from a rival company.
Admittedly, levity is what we need in these situations right now. So, I'll give credit where credit is due. This is okay. But it's still not okay to see him go.
I worked on the Farquhar branch. He never hesitated to help whenever my engine failed. He was a good man. So was Mickey. Yes, they were. Donald! Donald! Terence, what is it? Sorry to come barging in like this, but I have news about Mr. Zorro's case. The coppers got a match on the bullets that killed him. They traced back to 2 possible murders. One was against a bloke named Gregory Hall. Wasn't that Rob's uncle? Wait, why'd you say 2 possible murders? The other one is from 1938. The investigators at the time were certain it was a suicide. She was drowning in debt, the bank had just taken her house, and the gun was registered to her husband, who had recently died. But since the weapon was never found, they couldn't say for sure she killed herself. What was her name? Angela Creedy. I was about 8 years old when you last saw me. My brother and I watched you go by with the goods train. Our father was the guard. I meant to ask him about his father, but forgot. You mean Michael? There was a porter named Gregory Hall. He became an angry drunk whose wife disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The one time I asked about Aunt Rita, he broke a beer bottle over my head. My father had a service revolver from when he fought in the First World War. It went missing after he died. When I saw you at the works, you looked like you were at death's door. I also had a strange feeling of deja vu.
They finally realized it. They finally realized it.
Michael Creedy. Did he have a family? Aye, a wife and 2 boys. Son of a bitch! What?
Okay, so it finally hit them in the smoke box at long last. They can finally put this case to rest.
What? I know who's behind this. Donald, what's going on? You're Michael Creedy's boy. Yes, didn't I mention that? Who's Michael Creedy? He was one of our guards back in the day. He died in 1938 after a faulty signal caused Henry to crash into the back of my train. Mighty odd coincidence we both had accidents the same year you arrived. Do you blame us for killing your father? Was Jeffrey just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Settle down, Donald. You're acting balmy. No, I don't blame you or anyone else. I know what happened to my father was an accident. Did you also know the gun that killed your mother, uncle, and Mr. Zorro belonged to your father? Yes, I did. The coppers told me after I told them about my father's gun. What Terrence said made me wonder, so I reported my suspicion to the police. I was shocked about my uncle and Mr. Zorro, and I'll admit, I hated them both. My uncle because he beat me and my brother every chance he got, and Mr. Zorro for not compensating my mother. I think I know why. Around the time of that accident, he discovered our chief accountant was embezzling from the railway. Wait, he wasn't lying? Who wasn't? Mr. Zorro. I saw him at Kildane the day Peter died. I told him who I was. I wanted to know why he didn't pay my mother. He told me about the accountant. I thought he was lying, so I told him to sod off. But you're saying he wasn't? No, it took months to straighten out our finances. Sounds like you had a strong motive to kill him, but I have an even stronger alibi. I was at the scrapyard all night breaking down Peter's remains. When you derailed, I was here supervising the repairs of the coaches that had been vandalized. I was also here when Henry crashed. We had just brought in Barry. Didn't you see me? Fizzling fireboxes. I did. And I suppose if you wanted him dead, you wouldn't have bothered trying to save him. What about the explosion at Brendam? A mechanically minded man like you would surely be able to do something. No, I wouldn't. I don't know anything about munitions. I swear, I had nothing to do with any of this. I don't want revenge on anyone. I'm not that type of man.
Hold on. Oh, not this bull crap again, but anyway. I think I know who the culprit is, because we know this by now. We know this by now. In the flashbacks, it is revealed that Rob has a twin brother. So the twin brother is the one who's behind all this.
What about your brother? Oh, God.
Yup. Okay. Looks like I was wrong about Mr. Hall. Yep, the childhood home. Is someone actually pointing a gun?
And just like that, it was over. No justice, no retribution, and only a tentative sense of closure. Sean Creedy didn't leave behind a note, so it was unclear how much of Sodor's hardships were his fault. However, the weapon he used on himself was matched to the homicides of Mr. Zorro and Gregory Hall. He likely had something to do with the disaster at Brendam Docks, since one of his earlier jobs was working demolitions in a quarry. As an aside, the final count from that calamity was 56. Needless to say, Robert denounced his brother, calling him a murderer, a lunatic, and so much worse. There were whispers he might have been complicit in his twins' crimes, but these were never proven. He was able to weather these rumors and enjoyed a long, prosperous life on Sodor. In that time, he would marry a wonderful woman who gave him 2 beautiful daughters. Things would get better for us, though it was a hard road to recovery. We were very happy to see the end of 1965, and I'm pleased to say the years ahead were much brighter and filled with many changes. But those are stories for another day.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, probably there is some sort of post-credit sequence because... Or is there? Or is there not? Okay, there isn't. Because...
What exactly is this?
Oh, no. Anyway, as I was saying, the thing is, the reason why I thought that there would be a post-credit sequence is because of the fact that last season there was actually a post-credit sequence teasing the spin-off series, the SCPs of Sodor, but there wasn't. But at least there was something to give us a teaser. Excuse me, to give us the teaser of season 5. I mean season 6, sorry. But at the very least, that was my reaction to Stories of Sodor Fallout. It's very sad to see Thomas go, but we'll see what happens next season, and especially if the miniature gauge engines are involved. Probably some stories will be adapted as well from what I'm thinking, enterprising engines. It could be that at some point or another, Bear will be introduced. So with that, everyone, thanks very much for watching this reaction to Stories of Sodor Fallout. This is Nostalgic signing off and reminding you all that nostalgia never dies.